Hey yarn friends, welcome back to Llamamakayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla, and thank you so much for stopping by for another visit. I appreciate you all so very, very much, and I hope you're having a great day. So my morning started off, I thought I was going to have just a lazy, laid-back day, like that's my kind of day every day, but I had got up, and then a little bit later, Big Daddy got up and got a shower, and he went back there and was getting dressed, and so I was thinking, he'll leave for work in a minute, and I'm just gonna watch some YouTube videos and crochet. Well, then he come in there and he said, well, are you going with me? And I was like, well, I'm not going to work with you. He said, no, I'm going to the hospital. I have an eye appointment. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. So I ran back there and jumped in some clothes real quick. These were laying out, and I just jumped in them. And within 5 minutes, we were in the road headed to the hospital because he had to be there by 8, and it was like 7:30 then. And so we went and sat down there for a little while and got he got his eyes checked. I don't know, they took pictures of his eyes, and then I think they said they'll send him a letter in the mail letting him know when he's to come back and see the actual eye doctor. So today was just like a pre-visit type thing. Anyway, and then we stopped at the store to get some milk and such, and came home. He dropped me off and he went to work. So now I'm ready to go settle in, put my pajamas back on, get out of these and get my comfy clothes back on, and settle in, find something to watch, which I know there's some YouTube videos that I hadn't watched this morning, and crochet. So I wanted to make this video though in honor of our yarny sister Crystal at Chronically Crocheting. Crystal is such a sweetheart. I hope you all know Crystal. Her channel is Chronically Crocheting, and I will link it below so that you can find Crystal and check her out and watch the video that I'm going to refer to. So anyway, Crystal, I relate to Crystal very much. She has good days and bad days, but she has a lot of bad days, okay? I probably have more good days than Crystal does, honestly, but she has a lot of bad health days. I'm not sure the exact name of Crystal's diagnosis, but she has like a very chronic fatigue syndrome, and so she lives on her couch a lot. She has like a couch bed, she calls it, and so that's where she sits most of the time because she can't do a lot, and she can nap and she can crochet, I guess watch some TV or something, and then, nap again, start it all over. Because she's just so weak, she can't do a lot. But she does have a few good days, and she's like me. When I have a good day, I do too much and pay for it the next day. Crystal does the same thing. She'll have a good day, and she'll push herself and do things that she's been wanting to do, such as maybe go to a store or go out to eat with her husband and stuff like that. And then she pays for it for several days on her couch bed. But anyway, Crystal is a sweetheart. She is such a sweetheart and a wonderful, sweet person. I would love to live closer to her and just go hang out with her on her couch bed and crochet and chat, and just not expect anything from each other except somebody to talk to and listen to. So Crystal is, she's going to go visit her two grandbabies. I don't know where they live, but obviously not close to her. So she doesn't see them like super often, but she's going to go spend some time with them right at the end of October. And so they're going to be doing a little church event, which is a trunk or treat. And so the kids are anxious to know, like, what is Crystal going to dress up as? And so she's, thinking about that and trying to find up something that she can dress up as. And so she thought she could be a yarn fairy, and she found a costume and a wig and some wings that she could dress up as, and I think she will be so adorable. Like, I hope her daughter-in-law takes lots of pictures of her dressed up, and Crystal can share them on her YouTube videos, because I know she's going to look adorable. But anyway, here is the thing where we can help Crystal. Okay, so she wants to be a yarn fairy. Okay, so at Halloween time, at that time of the year, people are passing out, candy and such. But since she's a yarn fairy, she would like to have like a messenger bag on and have a bunch of little tiny amigurumi things in there, and have a wand and with yarn on it. She has this wonderful idea of how she can create her costume and stuff. Okay, so as I was saying, she has a wonderful idea of how she can, fix these little yarn balls and different things, make her a flower crown and things like that. She'll just be adorable. But if she had a bag with little amigurumis, since she's a yarn fairy, she could pass those out to kids. And so that's what she really wants to do. And I know her grandkids would just be thrilled. I can imagine all the little kids would just love that. Here's a yarn fairy and she made this with yarn, or she gave me this toy made of yarn. So Crystal would like to make up a bunch of amigurumis to do that. Okay, but here's the deal. Crystal is sick. She just she doesn't have enough energy to do that. She has other things that she wants to crochet for her grandkids for Christmas that she's trying to work on, but there's no way she can do up all these amigurumis that she would like to do. So I'm afraid that she wouldn't be able to do her costume and be the yarn fairy and enjoy that the way that she really wants to. Like when she was describing in her video that I'm going to list below, she was describing what she wanted to do, and I was just so excited for her. But then I realized Crystal can't get all those things. She can't get a bunch of little amigurumis made. But you know what? We can. I can, and you can, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. We all can make one or two little tiny amigurumis and send to Crystal. And this little dream of hers will come true. That would make me so happy to see her so happy. And so that's what I'm asking you all today. Can you find the time to create some little tiny amigurumi toy and send to Crystal? It would need to be sent to her by early October, so that she would have it before the end of October, and then she'll know she has enough to do this. So we still have all of August and all of September to do this. Okay, so some ideas. StringyDingDing.com. She has lots of little things like this. This is a little kitty cat. It's all one piece. And if you don't have eyes and a nose, that's fine. You can make them with yarn. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just this scrap yarn makes this. This can be made up in just a few minutes. I mean, it is very quick to make up. So here's a little kitty cat. There's another little kitty cat that I have made. This actually goes with a little doll set that I made, but I'm just trying to give you some ideas. Stringy Ding Ding has this little tiny mouse, and that would be cute. This works up like even super quicker, And if, like I said, if you don't have the eyes, that's okay. Use some black yarn. Something else like a little bitty baby doll, that would be very easy. All I did was I started with a darker brown. Actually, I started with this end, I'm sure. I started with this blue and came up and decreased, and then I changed to the brown and increased a little bit, and then just went straight up and then started decreasing and added that brown for the little hair there. Simple. Anyway, some other things that would be very easy to make, although Stringy Ding Ding has lots of little things. She has a dog. I saw she just put out a little dragon that would be probably about the size of these. And her patterns are free on her website. You can look on there and find little things. Something else you could do is just a tube and put some little eyes on it and a little red piece at the end for a snake. That would be something she could give to little boys. Any kind of little gadgety toy crocheted, like there's those little worry-worm things that people have been making. I've never made one, but I've seen people make those. That would be something that would work up super quick and easy. Just some tiny little amigurumis that doesn't take very long to make. So I'm going to commit to sending Crystal 5 things. I can do 5 things. I was thinking when she was watching that, I was like, oh, I want to send her a whole bunch of stuff. But in reality, I got my plate full trying to do all my fair stuff. So, but I can commit to sending her 5 little amigurumi things. And if you could send 1 or 2 items, that would add up. Really, it would. We could add that up and give her a whole bunch of these little items to pass out at their church's trunk or treat. It's the church that her son and daughter-in-law go to and her grandbabies go to. She has twin grandbabies. They're adorable. And they're excited that she's going to be there for their trunk or treat. And they're excited to see what she's going to dress up as. And so I just think that I want to help her dream come true. And so I'm asking you, let's help our yarn sister Crystal's dream come true so she can be a yarn fairy. Wouldn't that be so cool? And I'm going to leave a link to her video below. And Crystal's address is in the description box of her video. I did ask Crystal's permission if I could ask for people to send little amigurumis to do this, because, I really want her to be able to do this. And she said, yeah, that would be okay with her. And so I just think that all of us working together, what are we if we're not here to help each other? What are we here for if we're not here to do for others? And I want to bless Crystal, and this would bless her. It would bless her grandkids. It would bless all the children at this church that she's going to be attending to do this. And it would just bring joy to a lot of people. It would bring a lot of joy to me. It really would. And I know it would bring joy to Crystal and her family and, the kids and stuff. So anyway, yes, I am thinking this is going to be really fun. I can't wait for Crystal to receive these things, and I don't want to put any pressure on Crystal to make certain videos, because I know that with her health, it's hard sometimes. I understand that very, very much. But I just can't wait. I'm sure her daughter-in-law would take pictures of her, and Crystal can share them in a video when she gets back home or whatever, when she has time. So yeah, don't y'all think that's a good idea to help Crystal out and help her be able to do this? Are you in? Are you? Yes? No? Yes? Maybe? I'm going to say the deadline to mail packages would be probably about the end of the first week of October. I'm not sure exactly when she's leaving, so we better say, yeah, during the first week of October, let's get those packages mailed. And like I said, her mailing address, her post office box, is in the description box of her video that I'm going to link below. And the video that I'm linking below is it's a yarn haul video, but she's talking about what her grandkids are asking what she's going to be for their trunk or treat. And so I just got really excited for her, and I hope that you guys will get excited for Crystal. She is such a sweet, sweet lady. I would love to bless her. She has blessed me before, and I would just love to pay it forward to her and bless her by making this little dream come true. It's I feel like it started out as Crystal's dream, but it's my dream now. My dream is for her to be able to do this. So yeah, there's so many little crochet fidget toys. I know Valerie's Cuddly Cat and Crochet and Sewing. She has some little fidget toys that she does. Also, I know people send in a lot of little crocheted fidget toys to Rose at Rose Likes Crochet. I don't know the patterns for all these things, but I know that, you may not even have to have a pattern. You could just crochet, if you can crochet a ball, like a circle, as if you were making a head of a doll or something, if you could crochet that head and just put some eyes on it and maybe a little bit of hair, or it don't even have to have hair. You could just put some ears and make it, into something. That would be cute. We're not talking like big projects. We're talking small things, like, okay, smaller than if you put your fingers together. If you were to put your fingers together, smaller than that. So, yeah. I love being silly. Okay, so, just some small little things. Little bitty dolls like that. And that little blue is a pacifier, in case you don't know. It's the baby with his pacifier. I'm trying to think of some more little things, but there's just so many things that, could be made. And if you have ideas of things people can make, drop them in the comments below, because I might need some ideas. I'm probably going to look on Stringy Ding Ding. I mean, it don't matter if she received 20 of these cats. She'll just be the yarn fairy that passes out cats made of yarn. So it doesn't matter if people create the same thing, if she receives the same thing multiple times. That doesn't really matter, because she's not giving them all to one kid. She's passing them out to all the little kids at the trunk or treat, that come to the trunk or treat or whatever, So anyway, tell me what you guys think. Let's share ideas in the comments, and let's bless Crystal. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. It's a beautiful day to crochet, and it's a beautiful day to bless a yarn sister.